Hello, this is Dull. The character we're going to look at this time is Kensou, the strongest man in the Saiguado universe and a character famous all over the world. In fact, he's a main character along with Yuri and her friends, but ironically, Kensou has never actually met Yuri. Actually, I wanted to go over his strongest version, but since everyone enjoys it, I decided to go with 98. Although his in-game performance isn't that outstanding, in 98, Kensou is a character specialized in defense. If you understand the character and know how to play him, he's someone you can definitely make good use of. Now, let's take a look at Chair King Kensou. Kensou's standing A has the same motion and performance at both long range and close range. Its hitbox and reach are decent, but because Kensou mainly uses far B for zoning, you'll rarely use it. Sometimes if the distance with the opponent is awkward, use far A, then mix things up by canceling into a fireball. The reason it's better than just using it raw is that at awkward distances, the opponent usually goes for a short jump. If you didn't use A, you'd get hit in the head, but if you do use A, it helps you deal with those short jumps. Still, it's only good enough to help you prepare for short jumps. It's not a perfect counter. If you use it up close, it can also be used as a combo starter in various ways. Just like with a short jab, you can easily connect a special move as well. This is Kensou's fastest crouching A among his basic moves. Among the other basic moves, there are a few that can be rapid fired, but crouching A is the easiest. Among Kensou's basic moves, his fastest startup move is still 2 frames slower than close C. Still, what's good about this basic move is that you can use it for things like a 2-kill combo or mix in a throw, and just like standing A, you can easily connect a special move as well. This is the hellish zoning basic move, far B. It has a very fast startup and a pretty good hitbox. It's a normal move that can't be cancelled, but it's great for harassing your opponent. Even though it looks like it has a short reach, it actually has a surprisingly long range, so it chips away at the opponent little by little. If you manage to trap your opponent in the corner, that's when real hell begins. Using B strategically can repeatedly disrupt your opponent's attack setup, gradually wearing them down and throwing off their rhythm and play style. Activation. This is Crouching B, featuring a much lower hitbox when active. The startup frames are decent, making it good for light projectiles or normals. So it's possible to chain attacks with Anja B, but it's pretty tough, so often the combo doesn't connect. You can't cancel into other moves, but other light normals can still follow up. So you can sweep low like this and land a hit grab, which is pretty easy, and you can also finish with a special move through a low combo, making it a good option. This is the far C that is absolutely useless in the entire world. He swings his fist twice to create an E frame, and you can cancel during the second motion. Some of you might be wondering why I said this is absolutely useless, but compared to the slow far C, its startup is only 3 frames faster. At least the slow far C can be used for zoning because of its long reach, but this move's reach is just too short. If there's one advantage, it's that every move can be cancelled, and since it's an easy cancel, it's convenient to use in combos. If you accidentally use it, you need to quickly cancel it into a projectile or special move. It's a close range C with absolutely nothing going for it. Just by looking at it on the surface, it even seems like a pretty decent close range attack. But in reality, it has a startup that's only 1 frame faster than the extremely slow close range D, so it's practically useless. You can only easily land a combo using this when your opponent is clearly less skilled than you. It's an extremely ordinary crouching C. It's slow to start but has good reach and can cancel into anything. However, whether it's for cancels, pressure, or poking, there are better basic moves, so you won't use this one much. The damage is average if you just hit it, but if you break the guard and land a counter, you can create some ridiculous scenes with insane damage. It's almost as crazy as the damage from Garona or Ralph. If this connects with a regular move or combo, the damage is tremendous. This long-range D counters jumps landing directly in front of you. This kind of anti-air is good, but it's also great for zoning or applying pressure together with long-range B. If you feel like you just can't land quick pokes, you can use Close Range D as a second option. It's 3 frames faster than Close Range C for damage, making it a more usable strong basic move. For reference, since there's no Hadouken or command cancel, if you use Close Range D as a combo starter, your condition really matters. Unless you're in a critical situation, you won't mess it up. This is Crouching D, a cancelable normal that's satisfying to land but frustrating when used against me. It's a basic move with pretty decent startup frames and attack hitbox. While Crouching B also lowers you somewhat, Crouching D gets so low it practically hugs the floor. The attack has long active frames, making it easy to dodge airborne projectiles by using it. If the opponent's guard cancel CD has a weak hitbox, you can even make it miss like this. However, if you try to cancel, sometimes you still get hit late like this. This is the frustrating pattern, Crouching D canceled into a projectile. Even if Crouching D is blocked, you can push the opponent away with a projectile and maintain pressure after a knockdown. Normally, when you use this command normal in a combo, it loses its overhead property, but if you delay it slightly against an opponent blocking low, it works great. If you really focus, you might be able to block it somehow, but because of the fear of low attacks, it's not easy to get up. It's tough. You can't punish it even with a guard cancel, and few characters use CD as often as Kensou does. No matter the hitboxes or other factors, the pre-attack motion matches the projectile motion. Due to his X-shaped hand motion, without sound, you can't tell if he'll throw a projectile or just use CD. So in the middle of neutral, you often use CD cancel on purpose to break the opponent's rhythm. If you can't overcome this, you'll get outplayed by Kensou, which feels frustrating. Kensou's jump normals are generally all pretty useful. If you avoid jump A, most regular jump attacks should work. Let's begin with jump B, known for its excellent cross-up properties. Even if you use it carelessly, it can still cross up, but as a light normal, its range is short. So it's a bit hard to follow up with a combo. Another benefit is the amazing hitbox, which can sometimes break through the opponent's anti-air moves. You need to read your opponent to use it, but I'm just showing how effective it is with a jump as an example. Jump C doesn't have as good a hitbox compared to Jump D, but it can still cross up, and among the basic jump attacks, it deals the most damage. If you want to hit a little harder, you should land a Jump C. Jump D is good to use anywhere, whether it's from the front or as a cross-up. Its hitbox is wider than C, so it can hit more reliably. For a reliable hit, use Jump D. If you want more damage, use C. Even if you didn't mean to, from your opponent's perspective, Kensou's projectile, Chogutan, can make them feel completely humiliated. If you keep saying you're a big shot, he'll throw a projectile, and it's actually pretty effective. A tricky thing about this projectile is how hard it is to jump over. I get that you want to just casually jump over it and punish your opponent, but it's hard to get over with a short jump, and even if you want to hit it with a big jump, it actually works as an anti-air attack too. When he fires the first projectile, his hurtbox gets much lower, making it even harder. Dragon Fang, the anti-air, pairs well with Chogutan. It's a command that doesn't overlap with any other moves, and since you keep pressing D for the directional command, if your timing is off, you might just end up guarding. The anti-air attack does have full body invincibility for a very short time when it activates, but it's not very reliable. Before it reaches its highest point, it only has a hitbox in front, but after spreading its legs, it gains an attack hitbox that can hit both in front and behind. It's just simple and good for hit and run tactics. It's Kensou's hit grab move, Yongyanta. If you don't mash it, the move only hits 4 times before launching the opponent. If you do rapid hits, the number of hits increases a bit, so you can make up for the lacking damage. After that, you can finish as you like with a jump, a CD, or various other skills. Personally, I prefer to use a jump, but it can sometimes fail. This is Balgyeong, one of Kensou's main finishers, and it only works up close. Its simple command makes this technique easy to link from basic moves. Using it after breaking the opponent's guard, even with a simple combo, can deal a lot of damage. Even if the opponent rolls, they can't get behind you and will still get hit. This is a double-edged sword. Succeed and catch the opponent's roll, but if you press C too late, you'll accidentally eat the dumpling. Eating the dumpling triggers a counter hit, making you take more damage. This is Mandu Miyogi, a move you only use to humiliate the opponent or by accident. It can recover health, but the delay is so long that it's useless. If you hurt your back and eat the dumpling, you'll lose nearly all the health you just regained. It seems like you really hate pizza dumplings, but honestly, pizza dumplings are really delicious. A unique way to use dumpling eating is that if you fire a projectile and then curve it, it becomes an unblockable projectile. You can only use it if your opponent is downed just before the round ends. I tested whether you would die if you ate pizza dumplings when you have very low health. You lose a lot of health, but you can see that it still increases your health just a little bit compared to before. If you need to use this, there's probably a big skill gap between you and your opponent. This is Tensou's ultimate move, Namu Pi Salgi. Using it with D moves him forward, and pressing D again sends him straight up. If you use it with Max, he goes straight up. This move is quite powerful in terms of damage. If you use it alone, it never hits, so it's only for combos, but the damage is great. But even though the damage is good, if you happen to drop the combo, it can be really dangerous, so you have to be careful. I'll wrap up the video by showing you an example of a corner combo with cancel 10s. If you enjoyed the review of Koopa 9810s, who eats anything except pizza dumplings, I'd appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment.